मुंबई एक सपनों की नगरी। इसके हर कोने में छुपी है अनगिनत कहानियां, अनगिनत लोगों की, उनके जज्बातों और सफर की। यह सिर्फ लोग नहीं, समुद्री पंछी जैसे सीगल्स और कबूतर भी इस शहर की रगों में उड़ते हैं और अपनी खामोश जुबान में कहानियां सुनाते हैं। ये शहर केवल आज नहीं, अपने भीतर बीता कल भी समेटे हुए है और हर कदम पर एक कहानी कहता है। Hello friends, today we are exploring two of Mumbai's most iconic landmarks, symbols of the city's grandeur and global appeal. You have probably guessed it already, the majestic gateway of India, and right beside it, the legendary Taj Mahal Palace Hotel. Before the gateway stood here, this place was known as Apollo Bunder. The name Apollo is believed to have evolved from the pala fish which was once abundantly found along these shores and sold by local fishermen. Over time, the word was adopted by the Portuguese to pollen and later anglicized by the British to Apollo. As times changed and British influence grew, Apollo Bunder was officially renamed Wellington Pier, a tribute to the Duke of Wellington, one of Britain's most celebrated military leaders. Such renaming was part of the colonial tradition of imprinting imperial legacy on public spaces. Yet, for locals, the old name Apollo Bunder remained deeply rooted in memory and continues to be used even today. Let us understand what is pier. A pier is a long platform or structure that extends from the land into the sea, lake or river. It is usually supported by pillars or columns and used for boats to dock or anchor, passengers to board or disembark, loading and unloading cargo, often built above water, allowing ships to come alongside. Before the Gateway of India was built, Apollo Pier was a spot where steamships and boats would dock. People used it as an access point to Bombay. Land at Apollo Bunder was reclaimed between 1915 and 1919 to prepare for the foundation, which was completed in 1920. Let us understand what it exactly means. In Apollo Bunder, Bunder means port or dock, derived from Persian or Urdu word. Apollo Bunder was a pier and jetty area along the Mumbai coastline used for ferrying passengers and goods. It was not solid land, it was a mix of shoreline, shallow water and stone jetties. Land reclamation. Between 1915 and 1919, the British filled up the shallow sea area near the Apollo Pier with rocks, debris and earth to create firm ground. This process is called land reclamation, converting water or shoreline into usable land. Foundation was completed in 1920. Once enough solid land had been reclaimed and settled, they could lay the foundation of the Gateway of India structure. That means the base and footing on which the monument would rise were completed in 1920. In simple terms, the Gateway of India was not built on existing solid ground. The British first created land by filling in parts of the sea at Apollo Bunder from 1915 to 1919. After making that space stable and dry, they laid the building's foundation, which was completed in 1920. Hello everyone. Besides me is the iconic Gateway of India. No matter how many times I visit here, it never fails to mesmerize me. You can look at the crowd here. Construction timeline. The Gateway of India was envisioned as a ceremonial entrance for important dignitaries arriving by sea during the British Raj. To commemorate the visit of King George V and Queen Mary to Bombay in 1911, the foundation stone was laid on 31st March 1911 by Sir George Sydenham Clark, then Governor of Bombay. The Scottish architect George Whittett's Indo-Saracenic design was approved 2 years later on 31st March 1913. Land at Apollo Bunder was reclaimed between 1915 and 1919 to prepare for the foundation, which was completed in 1920. The entire structure was finished in 1924 and was officially opened to the public on 4 December that year. Architectural style. The gateway was built using yellow basalt stone brought from Gwalior. Its architectural style is Indo-Saracenic and European Gothic influences, showcasing colonial elegance with local flavor. If you look closely, it's a mix of architecture. You have a Indo-Saracenic style along with the European influence here. The central dome spans 15 meters in width and rises to a height of 25.15 meters, giving it both majesty and harmony in proportion. Symbol of colonial legacy. Originally, the gateway served as a grand arch through which British viceroys, governors and other important colonial figures entered India. It stood as a literal and symbolic threshold of imperial power. Post-independence significance. But history came full circle in 1948 when on 28th February, the 1st Battalion of the Somerset Light Infantry marched through this very gateway, the last British troops to leave India. This moment marked the definitive end of British colonial rule. That same year, Mahatma Gandhi's ashes arrived here for immersion in the Arabian Sea, adding a deeply emotional and nationalistic chapter to its legacy. Historical and cultural impact. More than just a monument, the Gateway of India has become a cultural landmark, a silent witness to India's colonial past and its rise as an independent nation. It remains one of Mumbai's most iconic symbols, representing resilience, history, and transformation. Bombay was the entry point to India by sea at the time. In 1911, King George V and Queen Mary landed at Apollo Bunder on their way to the Delhi Darbar, the only visit by a reigning British monarch to India. Though the gateway was not built yet, their arrival inspired its creation, turning this pier into an imperial portal carved in stone. The Grand Delhi Darbar of 1911 was orchestrated by Lord Hardinge, then Viceroy of India, to formally proclaimed King George V as emperor. With pomp and spectacle on an imperial scale, it marked the peak of British ceremonial power in India and gave rise to monuments like the Gateway of India, built to honor that royal visit. The Darbar, meaning royal court or assembly, was held on 12 December 1911. It was a massive ceremonial gathering to formally proclaim King George V as Emperor of India. Over 1 lakh people attended, including Indian princes and maharajas, British officials, troops and dignitaries, selected Indian citizens. Historical significance. It was the only Darbar attended in person by a reigning British monarch. At this event, George V also announced the transfer of the capital of British India from Calcutta to Delhi, a major political shift. Since time immemorial, this sea harbor has inspired filmmakers, supported countless local businesses, and become a timeless backdrop for joy. From vintage cars to blooming bouquets, from dreamers to lovers, people from across the world have found a reason to pause, pose, and preserve memories in the magic of this place. And now we zoom into the present, where each day crowds gather in search of that same magic. There is something timeless about this place that draws people in. Dozens of professional photographers make their living here, capturing fleeting smiles and framing nostalgia. In every click, they preserve not just moments but memories that will linger for a lifetime. Since time immemorial, the Taj Mahal Palace has stood not merely as a hotel but as a living symbol of Mumbai's soul, a place where elegance meets legacy, where luxury embraces history, and where timeless hospitality writes stories across generations. Historic significance. The Taj Mahal Palace is one of Mumbai's most iconic landmarks, known for its rich history and grandeur. It was commissioned by Jamshedji Tata and opened its doors to guests in 1903, becoming one of the India's first luxury hotels. Architectural marvel. Designed by Indian architect Sitaram Kanderao Vaidya and British engineer W.A. Chambers, the hotel blends various architectural styles including Moorish, Oriental and Florentine influences, resulting in a stunning and eclectic facade. Cultural icon. Over the years, the Taj Mahal Palace has hosted numerous dignitaries, celebrities and world leaders, further cementing its status as a cultural icon not only in Mumbai but also in India. Resilience. Throughout its storied history, the Taj Mahal Palace has witnessed both glory and grief, from the trials of colonial rule and the turbulence of independence to fires, strikes, and the devastating terrorist attacks of 2008. Yet through every challenge, it has stood tall, not just as a hotel, but as a testament to Mumbai's unbreakable spirit, resilience, and grace under fire. here stands the iconic Taj Mahal Palace Hotel. In 1972, the addition of the tower wing brought a modern elegance that perfectly complements the vintage soul of the hotel. Even today, pigeons bask peacefully at its entrance, pecking at grains in the sea breeze, as if carrying forward stories whispered by generations of wings that have glided over this iconic structure. The Taj Mahal Palace stands as a silent guardian of the past, still charming visitors with its timeless grace. सच ही तो है, कुछ इमारतें सिर्फ पत्थर और ईंटों से नहीं बनती, वे बनती है जज्बातों, यादों और समय की परतों से। ताजमहल पैलेस भी वैसा ही एक एहसास है जो हर लहर के साथ इतिहास को दोहराता है और हर मुस्कान में भविष्य को संजोता है। ताजमहल पैलेस की वो सुबह यादगार बन गई। समुंदर की ठंडी हवा, सामने खड़ा इतिहास और उन पलों में कैद एक मुस्कान, जैसे वक्त थोड़ी देर के लिए रुक गया। यही तो है मुंबई की खूबसूरती, हर तस्वीर एक कहानी बन जाती है। For those who ever dreamt of sailing into the horizon, the gateway offers you a chance to turn the dream into reality. With the sea breeze in your hair and Mumbai's beauty all around. Picture yourself aboard a luxurious yacht, gently swaying over the calm waters of the Arabian Sea. This is not just sea sailing, it is an immersive experience where the vast ocean embraces you and Mumbai's iconic skyline stands tall on the horizon. Feel the breeze, the rhythm of the waves, and the magic of the moment, all in one unforgettable journey across the sea. Set sail and let the sea breeze kiss your face as you embark on an unforgettable journey. This expertly curated sailing experience welcomes both first-timers and seasoned sailors to embrace the joy, freedom, and rhythm of the open sea. And finally, we board the beautiful yacht, ready to sail into the sea's serenity. Don't forget your essentials: sunglasses, a cap, water bottle, some snacks, and your favorite soft drinks to keep you refreshed throughout the journey. Please avoid carrying alcoholic beverages, professional cameras, photography equipment, or drones on board, as they are not permitted during the sailing experience. Weather conditions play a key role in sailing. Factors like wind speed and tide can greatly impact the experience. In case the weather does not cooperate, there may be a delay in returning to the shore. Prices typically start from Rs 3,000 to Rs 4,000 but can go much higher depending on the type of yacht, cabins, dinner cruises, number of guests, party yachts, ferries, group sailing experiences, and any special surprises you plan for your friends and family on board. I have given the link in description. Capture beautiful memories with your loved ones in the soothing sea breeze during this 90-minute ride. Since it can get quite windy, make sure to dress comfortably and appropriately. Additional services like balloon decorations, fruit champagne, bouquet, and cakes can usually be arranged by the cruise team with extra charges applied as per your custom requirements. समय बीत गया पर कुछ कहानियां अब भी हवाओं में तैरती है, समुंदर की लहरों में, इस शहर की धड़कनों में और उन पंछियों की उड़ान में जिनकी पीढ़ियां सदियों से इन कहानियों के ऊपर से उड़ती आई है।